Okay. Just finished redoing Boss Lady's shower head, rain head, shower head thing. And now I'm in her, hey. Oh, that's me back there. Now I'm in her kitchen. She and her husband's kitchen here. About to put new caulk around the counters. With this nice color that'll match and everything. And I think it's that, yep. And so, and dig that out a little bit and put some more in there before it gets any more water damage than that. It's already popped up a little. But anyway, and she wants me to get up under there. That's why I got my booty and back pads here and towel to get up under there and tighten this up with my basin wrench. Which no biggie, which would be no biggie wiggy. To my light and everything. Turn the fan here so I don't start sweating again too much. And I'm gonna get her done. Okay. Okay. Get everything all. I didn't have to dig all of this grout out, but I did some of it to where when the new bead, when I put the caulk in, it's not going to be covering over, trying to cover over and maybe not hide all of the old stuff that might be still there. So I left a little bit of filler in that corner there, and got this all cleared out all the way around, everything up out of the way as much as possible. With these wires and everything, and everything like that. I'm gonna fix these drawers for her too. We're building and stuff. But anyway, so I'm about to get this done. And I'm gonna tighten up this faucet too so it's loose. Once I get under there and tighten up this too. Anyway, okay. I went ahead and took those faucet handles and spout off so I can get back on that faucet the best. Still not the easiest thing, but a lot better. Get the caulk in. And that faucet's pretty wiggly. When it's loose like that, water seeps up underneath the base and then leaks underneath the sink a little bit at a time, and then causes water damage under there. So when I get up under there a little bit to tighten this up like she wants me to, I'm going to check that. If it is like that, I'm going to suggest that I come back and take this whole faucet out and remount it with a good layer of plumber's putty up under there and tighten it up real good so she won't be having water seeping up in there and leaking and messing up things. Okay? Okay. A teapot. Anyway, got the most crucial and hardest part to get behind the faucet right now. I mean already, just now. And I made a little extra thick back there because that's where water naturally drains off your hands as your hands are wet and you're turning off the wall and off the water and everything in that. But anyway, the first tube I was using, I didn't know. She gave me was some old stuff that came out of there, half hardened up already and didn't act right, so I had to take it back out. But anyway, I'm gonna let this dry as much as it can. And so you got to be pretty fast with this stuff as you're smoothing it, otherwise it starts to dry and clot up. And once it starts doing that, clumping up, it messes up the that, it makes it not smooth because it starts clumping up and goofing up. But anyway, so I'm going to try to let this dry, a certain amount, and do the rest. Kind of start here and go all the way down. Start over here and go all the way down, and then come back here to there, and here to there. Because that way, by then, hopefully this won't be wet enough. If I do touch it, it won't get screwed up. So I'll be able to go right under there. Okay. Caulking is finished. Just about to put these back on, but right behind here, I wish I would look just a little bit better, but it's kind of hard, whatever. But anyway, and anyway, go all the way around, cut in that joint there, clean that out, got in there, over here, around, all the way around, close that out. We did that. They had to put that on. They added on the granite there. We did this one too, of course. But anyway, looks pretty good. It's not as perfect as like a tile man would do it. Who would do it like 10 times faster than me. And it would look perfect. He'd also charge you like 10 times the price. Anyway, so if you want it done pert near, good enough, ask the layer. Okay. Put these back on and then go up under there and get this tightened up. I might just go ahead and take this off and put plumber's putty under there and before I tighten it up. And this is loose too. So anyway, we put some silicone plumber's grease on here before I put the spout back in, so it'll be super easy to move back and forth and tighten these up real good. They were kind of wiggly jiggly on there too. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and wait before I put those on. Get up under there and see if I'm gonna take that out or not, because it'll be easier without all that spout on there and everything. Okay. Yep, some water damage. Not terrible, awful. I've had to replace the whole bottoms of these. Well, the bottom has already been replaced in this, but not by me. Anyway, so it's leaking up there under that faucet some, so probably down that hose too, and then around the base of that where that's loosey-goosey. So, okay, could be a lot worse. Not a whole lot of room to get even my skinny wiry self in there, but I can do it. Okay, here we go. The booty pad. Let's see. Okay. Oi. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. See, that's the main thing. She wants me to tighten up there around that faucet thing. And this one, it's got a nut on it, that sprayer, but it's the whole thing is spinning because it's old and really needs to be replaced, or it'd be hard to deal with that right now, but so not much I can do with that because that nut's stuck on there in place around those threads. I'd have to clamp without trying not to screw it up. I'd have to clamp like needle nose vice grips on there. They're not good enough to hold it without messing up the threads, so I could get this started off, and then hopefully come off, and then anyway, better, easier just to silicone around it up there. And the faucet though, I've never seen any faucet mounting nuts like that. Don't have any things around it. That's kind of blurry because it's picking up this. Focus, pocus, hocus pocus. I've never seen him without any, I don't know what kind of crazy tool you're supposed to use for that. It's not focused in on that. But oh well. So it's nothing and no kind of tabs or anything to put a basting wrench on to, never seen anything like that in my life. So it's best just to silicone around the base of the faucet, kind of silicone it in place without, and be doing a super sloppy, ugly job on it, and where it's not real noticeable, and then helps hold it in place and keeps water from going under the base of it and dripping down into here. Okay. I'll tighten this up with her, and then do that up top, and put the knobs and the spout back on. Okay. Yeah, so there's just not enough room to get this basting wrench on there to tighten it. Okay. So it's not even really staying in place, holding in place good enough up there for it to stay where the position she wants it, to silicone around it. So what I could do, a super Larry fix, is get somebody up top and put it where they want it to be, pointed at and everything, and then squeeze together some A and B epoxy putty and push it into that, like with that little space there beside it, where it'll kind of, and then onto the side of it to where it'll kind of bite onto it and adhere to it, and then put quite a bit on there so it'll kind of grab on and get it to hold in one position. And that stuff, I think you can get it to where it holds like, sets up in like 5 minutes or something. So they use it for leaks and they use it for other things. But anyway, epoxy putty, A and B epoxy putty, I forgot what you call it exactly. But anyway, yeah, I'll try that. But not today. It's this thing here. See, it twists, it doesn't want to stay. She wants it to be like right here, or about right there. And so we want to wedge something back there, or at least, or get somebody to hold it right, like up here with their hand, like, okay, that's where we want it. We want it to be like right there, ideally. And then I get myself up under there again, and squeeze together some A and B, stuff that once you put it together, does a chemical reaction thing and hardens up, hard as a rock. Pack it around that thing, and it'll probably hold it in place till the cows come home. And with this, can't get that plastic nut to turn on. There's kind of where it's at and everything, so water's going to get down through there. So we'll just get a small tube of silicone, the kind that's not the giant caulk tube type, but where it's easier to get around there. And then put something with a little note there to remind them not to get it wet, or screw with it, move it around until it sets up. Same thing with this. It'd be easy to take the spout off again and the handles. Get a little, small tube of silicone sealant. Squirt it around here. Pretty good bead, clear. And then let it set up, and then that'll keep water from going up under there and dripping down through and causing more water damage. And there's a crack there too in the sink. She used to tell me. So next when I get back up in there, I'll spray some of that super sealant, spray stuff in the can on in there too. Make sure that's not leaking through either. So. Oh yeah? Nah. She needs a new cartridge in there. It's acting funny with the washer going. She didn't tell me about that. Oh well. One thing at a time, I guess. Alright. Of course, when we get this to stay in place, we'll seal around there with silicone as well. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. This is Larry Bob Vila. Vengo, tenga de mí.